Hey guys, welcome to another video. In this video, I will explain to you how I have managed to find untapped Etsy niches using a completely free method that honestly nobody else is talking about, or at least that I have personally seen talking about. I have seen other people and YouTubers speak about or talk about different methods that involve certain parts of the method I will explain to you, but I haven't seen anybody really compiling all of the information and organizing it in such a way that it's easier to digest and to work with the data basically. So I will try to explain this to you in the best way as possible. So let me tell you why should you stay with me here and watch until the end. So the first point is that you will learn a unique way to do market research on Etsy that nobody else is talking about or that I have personally seen. If you stay with me, I will show you a 100% free method that only requires your time, no hidden costs, and is just pure value. If you watch until the end, you will also walk away with a method that gives you endless lists of validated products and niches ready for you to take action. And for me, this part is super important because there is no point in really finding ideas or niches if they are not validated, right? So you can simply go to Etsy or any other marketplace and see all of the listings that are out there, but what guarantees you that they have gotten any sales, right? And not even the Chrome extensions out there can even guarantee it, right? So everything is about observation and forecasts and predicting how well a listing has done during the past couple of weeks or months. And in this video, I will reveal a quicker, more efficient alternative way to come up with listing ideas for your print-on-demand business or any other business you have where creating multiple products and coming up with niche or design ideas is a must. So now let me tell you why should you listen to me. And I am not here a guru. I will not tell you that I have done millions online. It's far from that. I have been a digital marketer for almost 8 years, I think, and I have been working with different clients within e-commerce space, lead generation, funnel building, even a little bit of copywriting, email marketing. So almost everything that is out there. And I recently, last year, started this Etsy project, and I have a little store that I kind of applied this information that I will show to you. And honestly, I stopped uploading listings for so long, and I still kept getting sales for the best sellers, of course. But I just want to tell you that I have done this myself, and this store that I have, it has roughly a year or so of being active. And although this number is not so big because it was just a side hustle that I started, and I haven't really touched it too much apart from the first 2 months that I really worked on it. And during the rest of the 10 months after that, I have really have that as passive, basically. I really haven't done much to it. So I just wanted to show you that I also have an Etsy store, and this is kind of proven, right? I just need to keep doing this multiple times. It's just that I also have other projects that are like my main source of income. So I had to kind of focus on something, but my plan this year is to focus hard on Etsy or any other marketplace in that regard, and hopefully we can all make it happen, right? So I want to share this very interesting method that I discovered and I have been planning to apply. The process will basically cover the following. In these 5 steps, we will first find a competitor or competitor stores and the bestseller listings they have using the URL trick. And I know that many people know this, but still I know that many other people do not. So I want to show it for everybody. Number 2, we're gonna save all of these store names and their URLs using a Chrome extension. I use this one called raindrop.io, but I will show it to you in the video anyways. Then we will scrape the reviews, because this is the trick part, and upload the data to Google Sheet template that I created, and I will share with you also at the end of the video. We will then organize and clean the data in columns and filter to find the best sellers by number of reviews. And then we're gonna scrape the main tags and the lookalike tags, which are basically the related searches. So how this process works, basically, we're gonna analyze which are the listings on Etsy that have gotten the most amount of reviews. Many people have already talked about it, and they say, and that's why I mentioned here the review ratio to sales, the sales to review ratio. And many people say that it depends on how conservative you want to be. Some say that you should take it with a grain of salt and say that for every review you see, probably they had 5 sales. Other people can say that for every review I have 3 sales. Other niches may have 2 to 1 or 1 to 1. So we can be conservative, and it depends up to you in your niche, because maybe some niches and some products may get more reviews if the product maybe is more expensive or things like that, or even if it's cheaper also. So we will simply work with this information later, but this is how this work. We will analyze which listings have the most reviews, and then we're gonna take that information and create our best sellers in order to create more products related to those, to create more listings and hopefully get more sales. So let's start. First, let's work with a random niche. So I will simply do this example and explain to you the process with a clip art, but it can work for whatever. Let's say you're looking for, I don't know, niches or, ideas for your listings for t-shirts, whatever it is, hoodies, or maybe print on demand, any kind of print on demand, also metal wall art, whatever it is. And let's say I will do it for clip art, and let's assume that I want to find, I want to create a new store in clip art, but as you know, if you just try to target everybody, you will reach nobody. So let's say you want to focus on certain kind of clip art. So let's say could be the theme, the topic, the illustration style, but for the sake of the example, could be anything right now. So I will choose, let's say, this store here. So this is how the process starts. First, we're gonna choose these stores, and we're gonna see if they have what we will try to create ourselves. So all of this information is probably done with AI, Midjourney, ideogram.io, Leonardo, all of these things. So I like this store. So the next step is to find the competitors and the best sellers. So actually, before we get into this, I'm gonna save this story. But before we get into this, the trick that I wanted to tell you about finding the best sellers is that Etsy actually removed the option to filter by best seller. So you're gonna see just what Etsy considers you may like, or what is popular. But if you want to see this bestseller label or badge on all of the listings, you need to come here and all filters. You're gonna filter by any of those. So just for the example, I'm gonna use this one. And now I'm filtering by star seller, but this is still will not be exactly what we need, because these filters by the stores that have the most relevance, right, or the best results according to Etsy, that are in good standing with Etsy, right? So we want to change this for bestseller. And the way to do it is that I will do it actually outside of the URL here. You want to come here, and you have the link here. And if you notice, this part says here, and is a star seller equal true. What you need to do is change star for the word best. And I'm simply gonna press Ctrl A in my keyboard to select everything, Ctrl C. I'm gonna come here and paste it in the URL. You will see that it changed to best seller. Now Etsy is showing me the results for clip art for best sellers. So all of these are bestseller listings for their stores. So we're already starting with the right foot, right? So I will choose just random ones, Ideally, they must have a lot of reviews. I think I will try to focus on stores that have more than 1,000 reviews. So this one have 35,000 sales, and how many reviews? 4,000. So the next step is save the store names or URLs. I will use this Chrome extension called raindrop.io. Let me show it to you. If I click is this one, I click it and it allows me to basically organize my bookmarks. You can use your regular browser bookmarks, but I prefer to use this extension. So I have already created a folder here that is called stores. So I like this extension because I can simply click on it, click here, and select the folder where I want to store the link. So we'll have everything organized. And after you do that, you will notice that here a blue check mark appears. After you do this, you need to do the same for the store. So here I saved this search result. I don't want that. So I simply come here and remove. But this store, I like it, so I will come here, store, and it's saved. Perfect. We have one. It's fine, at least, you can find as many as you want. But I will find just 3 for the sake of the example. Let's say this is store. I like that they have also a lot of AI stuff. And let's see the reviews. They have 2,000 reviews, very nice. If I click here and filter by most recent, I can see the date. So they're getting very recent reviews. It is very nice. I don't know what this customer did, but it's very nice, interesting. After we have this, and I validated this store by the number of reviews, I will simply come here and save it also. So we have 2. Now let's find a third one. Let's go. I hope I'm not repeating stores, but they must say also digital download. I will just click this one that has 12,000. They know what they're doing. I'm gonna come here. Okay, they sell a lot of bundles, clip art. Okay. So they're a bit different than what I was looking for, than my style that I look for from the other store. So 800, 2000. Maybe this one could be. It's like watercolor style, digital M Studio. I think I like this one. Okay, so I will come here, click here, and click on stores. So now I will show you how it is all stored. If I come here and I click the extension, because this is like the icon in the extensions, but you can also go to the website of the extension, basically to your account. So this is my account. And as you can see, I have bookmarked here 4 links. All of these are for stores. So now we have found the competitor stores and filter by the bestseller listing, so that this way we can find the stores that already have bestsellers, right? Using the URL trick, changing the word star seller to bestseller. Then we went and saved each of those stores URLs using the Chrome extension called Raindrop and organized them in a folder. Now this next step is the one that actually nobody actually talks about, and is how you can actually analyze listings based on reviews. And before I get into that, without trying to extend this video too long, because I really don't want to keep it too long, let's just go to this listing just for the sake of the example. And I go down. I know that many people, in case you don't know, I know other YouTubers also have said this, and that you can actually come here and filter by most recent, and you can analyze, the reviews and see, okay, this listing had. You can see here that there are the last 4 reviews from this store were from the same listing, and I can take that information. But if you really wanted to see, wow, so many reviews for this same listing. But if you wanted to see, other listings, you would have to go here, click next, next, next. Only 18 reviews. Okay, this is for this item. Sorry for that, I didn't see that. So here, now it makes more sense. I'm seeing all of these reviews, and if you wanted to see all of the listings that have had recent reviews, you would have to come here and click on next, vintage Christmas, watercolor Christmas, and then save them one by one. But now what we will do is that we will simply come here, and these are again the links I saved, and I will open this one, for example, this first store. Let's say I want to analyze these store listings. What you will do is that you will simply come down, you're gonna filter by most recent, and this is the tricky part. You're gonna install this Chrome extension called Instant Data Scraper. Once you install it, you're gonna approve its permissions, and you're gonna do the following. You're gonna open it, and by default, I think it will find this table. So I am not an expert or a web developer, but from my basic coding skills, what I understand is that what this does is that it finds tables or HTML tables in the website. In this case, all of this information that are grids are basically stored in tables within the website in the backend. That's how the website is kind of organized. What we need to do is to click here and try another table so that it selects the review table. So I'm going to click it once, and as you can see, it worked for me right away. Sometimes it may not select it, and it may select other tables, or it may select more things. So you simply need to click try another table. Look here, it selects more stuff like the whole page. You click again, and then it rotates again back to the first one. Again, this one, I don't need this. Now I found it again. So we want this table, we want it to select this information. If it doesn't work for some reason or cannot select this table of the reviews, you are gonna need to reload the page or close Chrome and open the extension again until when you click this button, it should select this part of the website. Once you are here, you are gonna click on locate next button. Why is this? Because on Etsy, the reviews, if you go down, it doesn't show, Etsy will not show you the complete list of all the reviews. They are basically hidden behind the next arrow, right? And when you click next, the next couple of reviews will show up, which I think it's 10 by page. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's like 10 per page. So the good thing about this Chrome extension is that you can locate the next button. So you're going to click here. You're going to click here. I think, no, wait, I want to select the button here like this. I think this should work. And once you do that, you're gonna simply click on here, and you're gonna change the time it will take between each click. I am not sure if Etsy can figure this out, but just in case all of these websites are kind of protected against web crawlers sometimes because they can provide a lot of traffic or things like that. So in order to not inject, I don't know, JavaScript or things like that. I don't really know how this works, but just to prevent the web server from the Etsy's website to block your page or your scraper, I try to put this between, I don't know, 7 seconds and 15 seconds. What this is doing is that it will take between 7 and 15 seconds before it clicks the next button again. So it will save this information, wait between 7 and 15 seconds, and after this time, it will click again. So this number will be a bit randomized, and it's not like exact the same, so it cannot tell you are like a robot, right? After you do that, you want to do the following. It will show you here all the information you are taking. And what I like doing is that I want to delete some of the information that we will not need. Anyways, you can clean it up later, but just for now, I know that, for example, I will not need this information. I also know that I don't need this. Is the text body. We can keep this. I think this is the listing name. This is the listing image link. The review. This is the Etsy listing link. This is the Etsy review description. I mean, what the user said. This is the people. Okay, this is the URL of the user because you can visit the user and see their profile, but we don't need that. And here is what they are saying actually. Beautiful images. Yeah, I'm sure this is what they say. Yeah, beautiful images for my card making projects. So I'm gonna leave this. I'm gonna leave the date. So this part, I'm not sure what this is. So I'm gonna leave it there anyways. And later you're gonna see how I clean up the data. But you can do it like this. And the most important is to have the date, what they say, and later we're gonna delete it if we don't need it. The Etsy listing link here that you see here, the listing image is actually the image review, but the image review is important because it's what stores the listing image. So it's this part. And here is the listing name. So we also need this because this is the name of the product basically. And this is, I'm not sure, so we're gonna figure it out. Sometimes the table takes extra tables that it didn't take the last time I used it. So yeah, we will see. Now what we will do is that we're gonna click on start crawling and hope that it doesn't show any errors. If it shows any errors, we will figure it out. And then we're gonna download the data. So before we do any of that, let's click on start crawling and we will see how this moves forward. Okay, start crawling. This should change this part after 7 or 15 seconds. Let's see. Okay, table not changed. If the last page wasn't reached, try to increase scroll delay. Let me put it faster actually, just in case. It's good that an error happened so that we can figure it out. I think it has to do with the fact that my, you know, this thing is still finding something here. No, I want this to be this. This actually, let's see. If the locate next button is just the arrow, let's see what happens now. It's trying to crawl. Okay, it paused again, so I'm gonna close this actually. I'm gonna, you see, errors like this can happen, guys. So I'm gonna reload this again. I'm gonna click the extension again. I think it happened because I opened the extension twice. So yeah, try another table. It found it, good. I'm gonna actually leave everything the same here and later we're gonna clean it up. I'm gonna leave it like this, 5 and 10, and click start crawling. Let's see what happens. Good, it worked. You see, now we're on page 2. You see, it's working. Perfect. So guys, if it doesn't work the first time, just reload the page, close the Chrome extension and open it again. And every 5 to 10 seconds, it will click on that arrow of the review of the next button and go to the next part and take the next. But I will do it again, guys, because I did another mistake. Good that it happened. I need to make sure that this says recent, not suggested. So I'm gonna stop crawling. And I'm gonna come back here to page number 1. And on page number 1, sorry guys, but this is how it is, right? I'm gonna actually reset columns. And I will close this actually. Let me just reload the page again. And on the reviews. I'm gonna click on most recent. Now, extension, try another table. Perfect. 5 seconds to 10 seconds. The button is selected, so it looks like when you click on locate next button, make sure that the small arrow is selected because it's selecting the HTML element that this arrow has. So basically, the URL to the next page is stored behind the actual arrow icon and not the button itself. So let's do it like this and start crawling. Wait, let me see. Yeah, yeah, it is okay. Perfect, it's working. You see? So what will happen, guys, is that I will wait. Most recent, very good. So I will wait here until it has scraped around. I don't care about the rows. Rows means how many reviews in our case. It's like each of those reviews are one row. So we wait until we have around, I don't know, maybe probably 500 possible. I don't know if this store has five. I think yes. So, as much as you can. Maybe not 10,000, but at least 500 to 1,000. At least on some stores you can get 1,000, like on this one. But we will see. We will see. So I will stop the video for now. I will pause it and I will continue recording once I have scraped the maximum that I consider is necessary. Okay, guys. So the scraper is almost done. I actually scraped all of the reviews because it was almost done, right? So I said, why not? So I will let it run there and wait until it's done. Okay, guys, so this scraper finished with this store. And now let's analyze the data. I'm gonna close this Chrome extension. Wait, actually, before I close it, I need to download the data. So I will download it as CSV. You can choose Excel file as well. And what we will do is that I will simply, you will have access to this template file. Okay, so I will simply upload it here, import. So I'm here, I'm selecting the file, I'm uploading it. I'm gonna click on, I don't need a new spreadsheet, I will need to replace current sheet. So we need to replace this one. So you will have this Google Sheets template, and you're gonna simply create a new sheet here to upload the data you found. And you're gonna place this data inside these columns. But first we're gonna clean it. So this part, I'm sure, what is this? We don't need, this is the user profile of the commenter. So I'm gonna, of the reviewers, I'm gonna click on this column to delete. I will also select this one and I'm selecting them with control pressed on my keyboard. I keep it pressed and then I will delete actually this. I don't care about the stars. I just care about the number of reviews each listing has. We will see that in a moment. Pros, I think, is what they wrote. These two links are okay. This is what they say. So I'm gonna first delete these two and keep organizing it. Okay, we have the date, the link to their profile. We don't need this also. This is the listing link. Yes, that's correct. This is the listing review image. Correct. And this is, what is this? The title. Let me see. I think this is the title of the listing. Dragonfly 100 clip arts. Yeah, so this is the title. And this part here, so I'm gonna click here. I will do this here so that I will clip the text on the cell so that it doesn't bother me on this part to read it better, so that I can read it better. And here, I want to delete this. I don't care about this. I will delete also this and this. I don't care what this, I don't need this. So now we have this data, we have it the way that we have it here. We need it here. I have organized this data, these columns based on the information we get. And so you are gonna clean the data exactly as I did. And even if it comes to you in a different order, which it shouldn't, but let's say you are watching this video 1 year from now and Etsy decided to change the columns they provide when you script their data or something happens in their backend, you simply need this information. The dates, what they say. Actually, we don't need this. I'm gonna save it somewhere else. I'm gonna copy paste it here actually because I don't need this. And I'm gonna take this, paste it here. So we have the date, the listing link, the listing review image, and listing title. I want to put here date, review date. This is listing link, review image, or listing image actually, listing image. And this is listing title. Listen what you're gonna do. As you can see, I have here all of the 1,275 reviews. I'm gonna take all of this. I simply, for those who don't know, I simply click on here, scroll down, or actually you can use the keyword shortcut, which is I click on the cell, the first one. I keep pressed Control Shift and arrow key to the right, and then arrow key to the bottom, Control C, and then I come here to the paste scrape data here, and I come here and I'm gonna paste it here. Actually, I have user profile here, but we don't need this, but I'm gonna delete this here. Date. Okay, so I have more data here in case, because that's how it downloads from the scraper, but we're gonna clean it before this, so I'm gonna actually keep it as we need. Date, review. Okay, it was this that I moved it here because we didn't need it. So actually, I'm gonna keep it there. I'm sorry, guys, but when I did this, I did it based on the information that the scraper gave to me. But here on the video, live with you, I decided to clean the data before we pass it there. So let's do it here like this. I'm gonna put review. I think this is how we need it. Date, review, listing link, listing image, and product listing type. So that's the same. You're gonna have this template, so don't worry. Now, yes, as we were going, Control Shift right, Control Shift down, select all of the written cells, Control C. Wait, why I cannot see all this text? Okay, because there wasn't a space. You see this is blank here because there was no review text there. It stopped, so I need to select everything like this. And then I'm gonna come here and I paste it. I hope you guys can follow me here. If something, just make a comment and I will make sure to explain it to you. I want to copy all of this and I will come here and I will paste it, not with Control V, which I think can work, but I will press Control Shift V to just paste the values. And as you can see, all of the information here was updated. If you see this message here, just click allow access. That's just some formulas working up here. There is no information being gathered from you, sent anywhere. So just click allow access because as you can see here, there are some formulas. And after you accept, you're gonna see this information. Now, let's go to what happens with the data that we just scraped and how are we gonna utilize it to use it. We took data and we placed it here. Now I have here organized some formulas, as you can see, that are going to be using the data that you just pasted on this side of the Google, on the Google Sheet. Here I have to take, here what happens is that I am taking all the unique values that are on column E, which are the product listing titles. I will try to explain to you what I did here so that you can fix this sheet in case something happens. So here, the first thing I did was to put this formula to show only the listing titles, but to show them here once. So on the reviews, as you remember, there are many listings that have more than one review. And that's how we're gonna see if they are best sellers or not, or they have gotten many more sales based on their review to sales ratio. So here I want to show only all of those listings, but just once. So here all of these listings are once. So there are, I don't know how many, but all of these listings have been reviewed, right? Now here it's looking for the date that this listing was reviewed. I mean, the last time this review was this listing was reviewed, yeah, the last date. And here we have the number of times that this listing appears on the review data. So basically this means that this listing called, if this shows up, just click OK. I just try to lock these cells so that you guys don't damage anything, but I'm just increasing the size, and that's why the error is showing up, but it just click OK. So this listing called boy baptism 100 watercolor, which is this one. According to this formula that is counting how many times this listing appears on this review data, it says 31 times. So you guys can already make the math. And as we discussed earlier, there are many ratios. And if you believe that for every 3 sales you get 1 review, you can basically assume that this listing have had 90 sales, because we can multiply this by 3. Or if you want to be conservative and say that for every, I'm sorry, not so conservative, and say that for each review you're gonna have 10 sales, or even just 1 sale per review, so you can do your math. That's up to you. I like to think that for each review the seller have made around 2 to 3 sales, right? But as long as they have more than 2 reviews or 5 reviews, that's very good for us. So this is counting how many times this listing has appeared on the data we scraped. So it's 31 times. Here we have the listing link, and here we have the listing image. I have this formula here to reveal the listing image right away so that we can see what's going on and which listing it is without going and visiting it, right? You can see it right here and there. After you have this information, we have to do 2 things. First thing is to copy this and paste it here. And the second thing is to sort it by the number of sales. And there are a couple of ways we're going to do this. There are 2 ways that you can sort it, right? So I'm going to show the best one. First thing, we're going to copy this information and paste it here. Why we're going to do that? Because here, as you can see, the formula is here. But if I click here, if I click here, A for example, it damages everything, because all of these formulas are overriding on the cells under them. So this one is looking for the information of this cell, this one is looking for the information of this row, and so on and so on and so on and so forth. So all of this data is dynamic. So we need to take the hard numbers or the hard values that are here so that we can actually play with them. If I put a filter here, it will not work. So you will simply do the same here with the copy pasting. I'm gonna click Control Shift. I'm gonna press Control Shift arrow key to select from here to here, and then Control Shift down arrow key, Control C. I'm gonna come back up here and I'm gonna paste it here. I have the same number of columns here, and I'm gonna paste it again and use the values. Control Shift V. As you can see, I have the same information as here. I'm gonna, like this, align it to the left, and I'm gonna cut it, clip it here like this, so nothing extends outside its current cell where it's greeting. Here, number of reviews, I can take this here and center it like this, and this is good. Now, we're gonna create some filters here. I'm gonna do this and this, and I'm gonna click here where it says filter. Perfect. Now, all of this information has been filtered. As you can see, it selected everything. If for some reason there is one space between each of these rows, you need to fill it up because it will not pick up everything. Now that you have all of these, what we want to do is to see which listings from this seller have had the most amount of reviews. Because once again, we're gonna see which ones are the best sellers, right? So instead of going to the store and going here, one by one and counting by yourself, okay, I found that this listing has one sale, one sale, one sale, oh, two sales, this one, we're gonna do that automatically here. So we're gonna click here and I'm gonna click on filter. That's why I told you there's two ways. The first way is just filtering here by number of reviews. I'm gonna click here on C to A. And you see here, I have filtered all the listings that have had reviews and by the number of reviews they have had. So here I can see that this listing has had 42 reviews, and the last review they received was on May 27th. So this is very nice. This doesn't mean that all of the reviews have happened on this year, but at least we know that the last review was super recent. So this is super important for our market research. This is just one way of doing it. The second way is basically selecting all of this data. I selected everything again with Control Shift right here and then Control Shift down. And then you come to data. I will show you what happens here. You come here to data, you click on sort range, and you're going to click on advanced range sorting options. What this will do is that this will allow us to sort multiple times within the same data. But before I do this, I will show you actually what happens if we don't do it that way. Here I have it sorted by C to A, right? But if I click here and I filter this, actually, I'm gonna clean this up, this word that says on, because it's not gonna help us. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna select this, Control F, on. I'm gonna replace all the words that are on and replace all. I deleted the word on all of these dates. So now what happens if I click here and I click C to A, you see it changed the information. And now the number of reviews is not being sorted by the highest to the lowest. It simply sorted it based on this information. So if it considers that this one is the one who goes first, then it will match it to whatever review this listing has, and so on. I hope I'm being clear here because I know there is a lot of information, but I'm trying to explain my thought process here. So now what we need to do is do the other way. We need to sort it using the data. And for this, you need to select everything. So I'm gonna do this, select everything, and then you're gonna come data, sort range, and advanced sorting options. And here you're gonna click data has header row because I have these headers here and I can see the headers. So I want to do it 2 times. The first one I will do it, and also the order matters. So first I want to sort by reviews from C to A because I want to see first the listings that have had the most amount of reviews. And then I want the system to also show me the ones that are the most recent. So here, last review, entry date. Again, I think it's C to A. sort. As you can see here, the date jumps. You see, it doesn't go from May 27, May 27, May 14th. You see, it jumped to from May 27 to April 2nd. Why? Because it first found all the listings that had in order from majority number of reviews, and then it sorted it with uh, the ones that were the most recent, because from C to A, basically it's you know the latest, because 2024 is greater than 2023 and so on. So that's how it happened. And you don't need to do this. You can just filter by number of reviews, but I think doing it these 2 times, I mean, not 2 times, but in this way of sorting options using data sort range is better. And honestly, nobody's really talking about this and how to do this with this data. And I think it's super useful. If you guys think this is useful so far, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, because I really want to keep sharing all of these golden nuggets that I have learned across all of these years. And I love research and I love sharing insights with all of you. And I will also share with you this Chrome extension that I did also, and I recorded all the documentation. I documented all the process of creating it. It was a very fun project, so I will share that as well. And we're gonna use that actually. And after you have this information, you're gonna basically copy this and paste it on the main list, because here is where you're gonna have the listings, and here is where you're gonna have the information that you're gonna work with. But before we paste information here on main list, you need to first define what will be your threshold for determining which listings are worth pursuing or which listings are worth analyzing, recreating, taking inspiration from. Because remember, this is not the idea of this is not to copy, but to take inspiration and try to make something better. And if something is good in any kind of market, is competition. So for the user, right? So um, if you create something better, somebody else is gonna create something better, and all the community is gonna get only a better and better product. So that's what I want to believe it's gonna happen, right? So you're gonna take all of this information, and actually here you can filter, and you can click that I only want. This will vary because some stores that you're gonna do this process to will not have so many reviews with high numbers. Some of them will have, let's say, 1,000 reviews or 500 reviews, and most of them will have only, let's say, the maximum will be 5 reviews by product. So you can gauge, how much do you want to pick, which number you want to pick. But in this case, since there are so many, I think I will pick all reviews, all listings that have had at least 5 reviews. So I'm gonna come here, filter by condition, greater than or equal to 5. So here only up to 5. As you can see, only listings that have had 5 reviews and more are appearing here. And I'm going to take all of this data, and I'm going to click Ctrl C and Ctrl Shift V here. And now I have it organized. So now what you will do is that you're going to take the same information from other stores and do the same here, and you're going to paste it here down below. And this is how you're going to find, and you're going to grow your inspiration list, and you're going to literally have no excuse to coming up with more ideas for more listings and more products. So you guys need to promise me that if you are following me up until here, you need to promise me that you're going to take this information and actually use it, and let's make things happen. So this is super important. Up until here, we have everything super organized. Now for the tags, we're almost ending, guys. So there are many ways that you can do this, and I want to explain to you what it did and what you can do too. The first thing you need to do is with all of those listings, I mean, ideally, right? Ideally is because this is good. The information we have here is good. But if you want to further analyze each listing, it's important if you also can see not only the title, but that you can also see the tags. And by lookalikes here, I mean actually related searches. And what is this? I'm going to show you. If you are new to Etsy, or if you are an experienced seller, you will know that if you are new to Etsy, you will find the tags that the seller put to the listing. When you scroll down, 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 down here on what Etsy calls explore related searches. This is what the seller has written on the listing information, and these are the tags that they wrote. And this here is what Etsy already knows based on their algorithm, on their data, that people that visits this listing based on these keywords may also be interested in any of these keywords. And what happens is that many times these related searches can give us even more insights or more information that we can use on our listing that the creator of the listing didn't think about. But since the listing has been a living organism for some time already, days, weeks, months, or years, the algorithm already knows that if someone scrolls down here, it's because they are looking for something more. And this something more is something that you want to include in your listing, or you can define if you consider it's worth, putting it in your listing. So the solution that exists out there, and there are many Chrome extension plugins that allow you to copy these tags easily. Like I will show you the one I created and the one that exists out there. So the one I created is this one. And basically what you need to do is that you open it and you click script tags. You're gonna see what I mean. These tags here say, for example, wedding timeline, wedding clip art, young journal, and this one say wedding element icon, marriage icon pack, etc., etc. You're gonna see how these things are gonna change here. I wanna click on script tags. Look at this and this. If you see here, it says wedding timeline PNG, wedding clip art, wedding timeline, wedding clip art, young journal, and here wedding element icon, marriage junk icon. So all of these things are here now. All you have to do is click here, copy tags, and they are copied to your clipboard. Then you come here to the Etsy, and I designed the Chrome extension app in such a way that when you paste it here, it already will jump through there. I mean, it will already place the tags in the respective places. So it will paste it the first main tags here, and then the related searches on the adjacent cell. So if I click paste, Control V, you see here I have the wedding timeline PNG, wedding clip art, and here I have the related searches. Wedding element icon, you see all of this, wedding cake clip, we have them here. Wedding cake clip. So you can do this here. So select this. I want to clip it because I don't like seeing this here. Like this. Perfect. Now you're going to do the same thing for all of these listings. And you don't have to do this. I just like doing it because we can then do this list, and you will have an infinite amount of research and information that you're gonna use to create new listings. And I also have another training that I'm planning on making, which is about utilizing ChatGPT to come up with not only listing ideas but analyzing the sentiment of those reviews. That's why we also save the reviews data here, what they say, and we're gonna see what they say and all of these things. So leave me a comment below if you have liked this training so far, and if you would like me to do the other training, I will share that with you. And I will also share with you this Chrome extension because I'm uploading it to a Chrome store. But by the time you're seeing this, if it's not ready, if you don't see it in the description of this video, the link to the Chrome store extension, because I still don't know how I will name it, you will find it via a link to my GitHub page or something like that that I will allow you to download the zip file so you can upload it to your Chrome extensions and install it. So basically you come here, you click on manage extensions, you're going to be able to click here load unpacked. You're going to select the zip file and upload it. So I'm going to let you know down below about that in case you don't see the link to install it directly from the Chrome web store. And but before we get into that, if we continue, I just want to show you real quick what the competition has. So this is another Chrome extension that I was using many months before. And what it does is that when you visit the listing page, you have to come here down and you see these tags here. And you have to click copy tags, and then you can come back to Excel and paste it. And you have them here, which is nice. It works, you know. But what I wanted to do is also do it with these ones. And I was doing this manually. I was taking this, copy pasting it in my work. And now with my creation, I simply come here, click scrape, and I don't need to scroll anywhere. I simply click scrape and then copy. Once it's copied, come here, paste. And I have the main tags, which are super important, and the related searches tags that Etsy algorithm is giving to you. And we need to use this information. So now let's get back to the steps and see where are we. We're already on step 5. As you can see, we scraped the reviews and uploaded the Google Sheet information to the Google Sheet template. And then we organized it, we cleaned it up. As you can see, we uploaded it here. We removed what we didn't want. And then we pasted it here. This information was populated automatically. We simply took all of this information and pasted it here. And after we pasted it here, we removed the word on from the dates because it takes this word here from the data table, from the reviews table. We could have actually just come here and I will show you how you would do it so you don't need to do it later. You select it, the column, click on, replace all, and basically it deleted it from here. And here what you need to do is simply, because it changed it to a different format, you would have to come here, and hopefully I can fix this very easily. I'm sure it's here, and it's text, and it's date. It's custom here, date and time. And oh wait, but I want this to be filter. I want to organize this data. It's here, date, here, date. You see, now I fixed it. So that easily, we removed here the word on, and then we put it to date here. And then after you have it here, you can copy paste it and paste it here. After you have it here, make sure to remove the on that is not appearing here. If you do it from the beginning here, it will not appear later on. And then you select all of this data. You click on data, sort range, advanced, sort by the two, click here, sort by the two, starting from the reviews numbers, and then the other column is the review date. Click sort, and you take all of this information and paste it here on the main list. After you have this here, you're gonna use the Chrome extension that I will give you down below in the description and on the first comment of the video. And you can simply go to all of these listings. I will do it with another one, for example, with this one. By the way, if you want to make these links clickable, you can simply hover over this cell and click on it and press enter 2 times. And if you want to do it for all of them, just simply keep enter pressed. And it would do it like this. Now you have this, you can simply click here, visit the link to the listing. And once I'm here, I will open my extension. I'll click scrape tags. These are the old ones. I click scrape. See, they changed. I click copy tags. So as you can see on some listings, Etsy gives more related searches than the other. I come here and I paste it here. And that's how you're going to have a very organized market research for your Etsy store. And so far, guys, this is everything. I hope that you guys really enjoyed it. This way, you're going to save a lot of money if you're going to pay for these services on a monthly basis. eRank is minimum $6, but I think majority will use this one, which is 10 a month. Allura is $20 a month, and Everbee is $30 a month. And guys, I'm not saying that these services are not worth it. I have used them in the past, but honestly, if you're starting out, and even if you're not just starting out, you are analyzing review data. All of these services, if I'm not mistaken, they cannot see actual sales data because Etsy do not provide that information, but they are judging page views, likes, and reviews. But I think there is nothing more important than reviews. And I don't care how many sales in number, the value the listing has made, as long as it has a lot of sales, I know that it will be a good seller. It will depend on the time that you post it, and many other times if it's good as well, better than the competition. But if you guys are following me here, you will understand what I'm saying, and that just use this information and make it happen. I will also share with you the template of this because I have multiple researches that I have done. The template to this store, to this sheet, so that you can use this. You will have this empty. You will just have to paste this information here. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to give me a like and subscribe, and see you soon on the next video. Thank you for watching.